This is the Sports Den with Denny Thompson and James Coleman on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Y'all really aren't that good, by the way.
Really?
No, you're really not. I'm not going to sit in here and take your crap tonight. I'm just telling you.
We are that good.
No, you're not that good. Y'all had a disappointing year at Florida State.
You're right.
And you act like, you guys are just going to roll over Florida. You're not that good.
You're right. We have had a disappointing year, but we still are going to blow you guys out.
Blow us out.
Well, let me rephrase that. What would 27-2? What's considered a blowout?
It's not going to be 27-2.
No, you're right. It'll be like 40-14.
You're on crack. Go
Gator.
You're on crack.
Applebee's is pretty. Applebee's.
It ain't even about that.
Completed one pass.
Y'all
what is
aren't
it about?
that good.
We weren't that good last year, and we still had the same outcome.
You guys are not that good this year. Your offensive line's terrible. Your defense, who knows who's going to show up. Your offensive line is so bad.
Do y'all run the spread offense?
We run a version.
Okay, if you don't run,
very well.
Do you have a black quarterback?
What are you doing with our defensive line? What are you guys doing with our defensive line?
I mean, eventually they'll wear down.
Wear down?
Yeah.
You have a crash test dummy at quarterback,
which takes a good hit. He's taking better hits than anything that you have to go. You guys
have not faced a D line like this.
You have a mash unit as a team.
It don't even matter.
Yes, it does. We're not LSU. One thing we will do is we will whip you.
It don't even matter.
Like even with that, like
what do you mean y'all aren't LSU?
LSU lets you guys off the hook, bro.
Man, you got to be kidding me.
LSU should have beaten you guys, and you know that.
You got to be kidding me.
If Fournette would have had anything.
But
the cool thing is, we don't have ifs. Dalvin Cook is playing. And
you had an offensive line.
Dalvin Cook has had a bad offensive line for the 2 years that he's been. And you know what he's put up against Florida? 130 and I think like 180. What the hell makes you think it's going to change this year?
No, dude, I'm just telling you.
Y'all's
offensive line is worse this year than it's been in the previous.
Listen, this ain't Vanderbilt, who you barely
Who's
beat.
not Vanderbilt?
We aren't Vanderbilt, who you barely beat.
Vanderbilt's defense would work y'all silly.
They wouldn't, dude. That's just
y'all play in a league with no defense anywhere.
You play in what somebody who did nothing but big up the SEC.
Oh, so now we're going to listen to other people.
Literally says you play in the worst division in college football.
So now we're listening to other people.
I think he said history. Did he say history? Or
no, he didn't say history.
Was it history?
No, he didn't say history.
Okay, well, history might be pushing it over the top, but it's not really any good. But I will say this. That is big congratulations. Please. Y'all, not Muschamp, because he's not. I don't like him like I like Muschamp yet, but McElwain deserves an extension for what he's done at Florida.
I ain't worried about McElwain right now.
But I'm just saying,
I'm not worried about any. I'm not worried about anything
on the SEC East.
I lied. Okay, I'll flat out tell you, I lied. I said I'll sacrifice a Florida State win for an LSU win because I was so mad at LSU. Okay, it's Florida State week. I lied.
I mean, really the thing is what you said was something that was plausible.
It
was plausible. You guys beating
They
LSU.
were bigger favorites than y'all are.
No, that's just because people I don't know. They think you guys, they're giving you guys more hope.
No, what happens is Florida State fans forget. They just forget.
That we've won 3 in a row, and technically, if it wasn't for the worst possible performance of a first-round draft pick in the history of first-round draft picks with E.J. Manuel, this would be like
here's what y'all forget, because I see it every single week on social media. It's like y'all just from week to week talk yourself into that y'all are Alabama.
No,
and then something happens and everybody's all over Jimbo Fisher and Charles Kelly,
and they should be.
And
Charles Kelly
it's like
terrible.
It's brand new information.
No,
y'all aren't that good.
No,
James.
But you're right. We aren't that good, but we are better than you. Just see, it's just the problem is with today's thought process is that you try to compare. It's just like this. All right, Donald Trump talks bad about somebody, and then his camp, instead of saying that, no, you talked bad about that person. Well, Hillary Clinton did this. Like, that doesn't absolve you from this. Yes, we've had a bad year, but that doesn't absolve you from the consistent behind kickings that you have taken over the last couple of years.
No, it doesn't absolve us, but you know what it does do?
It doesn't make, because Louisville is better than you.
Who's your best win this year?
Our best win? Ugh. It's a tough one.
Thank you.
But our best win could
Ole Miss
could beat. Actually, didn't they beat LSU?
Ole Miss is 500.
But did Ole Miss beat LSU?
Did they?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
We'll figure that out. Somebody text the
text. I don't know. But they're a 500 team.
Yes, because now they've lost their best player who's out rolling
they
joints.
They were a 500 team before that. Chad Kelly?
Chip Kelly, whatever his name is.
Chad Kelly.
Kelly was actually really good.
The Facebook Live's not even on, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
I'm not either.
Now.
Yeah, I
just don't understand. I did nothing to deserve this. I did not talk trash. I have just been confident, and I just know what's going. When you know you're going to beat somebody,
I think that's what I'm questioning.
When you know you're going to beat somebody, you don't have to go and rub. It's like really. It's just like with the Miami guys. I just tell them, like, really, you really want to start talking trash?
I
like y'all
love
haven't had any
how
chance?
you say you're not talking trash, but then you turn around and say stuff like this.
But I'm just like, why would we even go into this? Like, if you guys win, congratulations, but I doubt it's going to happen. You right now, your seniors don't know what it's like. They don't understand what it's like to beat Florida State. And it's indoctrinated. So even if they have some success, they know back in the back of their mind, we're going to screw this up.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. It happens. It's okay. It's kind of like what got Les Miles fired. Like, no matter what Les Miles does, he has a chance when he plays Alabama for the most part. But you know what? Something in the back of his head always messes up.
Alabama.
I'm just using that as a comparison. We are far from Alabama. But I will say this: we're not UF, and we're not any other team in the SEC.
You're not UF.
We will beat UF. I mean, the thing is your worst position. Your worst position is, which is the most important position, is a guy who transferred from, was it Purdue? He couldn't start at Purdue.
He's a baller.
No, somewhere in his family legacies there, ballers, because they make really cheap steaks that are pretty good, and you can go take your family out to get some boneless buffalo wings. And that's Applebee's. And you can do karaoke on the west side of Jacksonville every now and then.
We're not defined by our quarterback. We're defined by our defense. That's my whole point.
Your defense is okay, but they're because they're banged
Best
up.
defense y'all played all year, by far. By far.
Yeah, I'll give you that. They're pretty good. But they're banged up. I'm not gonna I would give you more props if CeCe Jefferson wasn't every other drive getting hobbled off of the line, because this game he's not going to do that. Because right now, when you, as sorry as our guys are, if I know they're not as bad as the last couple of teams they played, and if his pride gets hurt by getting pancaked by these guys, he's going to probably decide just not come back in the game.
You think y'all's offensive line is better than LSU's?
LSU's the offense. They had some injuries on their offensive line.
Oh my gosh!
And I would say this: arguably, we have stats are the only thing that I can use, and. Where is there? They have the best. Well, coming into the season, I would have even said
stats are the only thing you can use.
The best running back in the nation they had, and he can't stay healthy because of that. The best
running back
line.
in the nation's in Tallahassee. Okay, I'll give you that.
But now, yeah, I'll definitely say that.
I'll
take that.
He's the best. He's the best running back in the nation. With that being said, this is the best defensive front in the country.
In the country? Where do they list in sacks?
I mean, I know total yards and stuff like that. We're up in the top 10. All that kind of rushes, all that kind of stuff.
Dalvin runs for 150 on your best front seven. DeAndre Francois is going, because you know where I'm getting that data from, based upon what he did the last two times. And DeAndre Francois will probably throw for 150 to 200, not because your DBs aren't any good, because they will be worn down because they'll be on the field a lot.
Okay, we'll see. I'm just telling you, I think it's funny how confident Florida State fans are.
Here's the thing. I see our fans defending themselves. I see Florida fans coming out the woodwork.
Crap.
I see Florida fans coming out of the woodwork.
Florida State Twitter's the worst.
But I think it's what happens is you cannot hit a hornet's nest and then complain that you're getting stung. Like, just because you've ran away and you don't want to take it anymore,
my point is
doesn't mean
think you're a hornet's nest.
Well,
that's my point.
FSU, well, you know what? We're more of a hornet's nest than whoever it is we're playing this week. The School of the Deaf and the Blind.
By the way, you're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL on 92.5 FM on a Monday night, Florida State week, the Florida State edition of the Sports Den. Yes, we'll get into Jags. I mean, have you guys not had enough? Dadgum, have you not had enough Jags talk? I mean, really. What else can we say, James?
They suck.
They're terrible. I mean, just awful. And so we're supposed to say that? No. You know what? We're going to have some fun.
Fire Gus Bradley.
Blake's terrible.
Bench Blake.
Derek jumped off sides.
Anything is possible.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
ABC
exactly.
and chill.
I mean,
go watch the game at Wicked Barley.
I mean, we could do all that if you'd rather. Yeah. I mean, y'all can hit us up on the text line. I know text line's already blowing up. People loving this, although one guy said bye-bye. Well, bye.
Deuces. Thank you for at least checking in to tell us bye so we can count your stats. Appreciate it.
Oh man, text line going on. We already got. Let's see what Logan wants here. How about that, Logan? What's going on?
Hey guys, so I just wanted to call in and jump in on this FSU versus UF talk. It's funny. I've been seeing all these Gator fans all over Facebook talking about we could make it into the 4-team playoff if we beat FSU in Alabama.
It's a fact.
That's
a fact.
When like a week ago, they're talking about LSU, how bad they're going to get beat by LSU.
Yep, that's a fact too.
They're getting ready to get a butt whooping in Tallahassee, God's country.
Logan, let me ask you something. What did you just say? That's not that's not an opinion. If Florida beats Florida State and beats Alabama, nobody's saying they're going to, but if they do, they are in the national championship.
If I lose
Alabama.
50 pounds and I was 10 years younger, I could be playing in the NFL.
I just said
those are facts.
It's a fact.
Those are facts. It doesn't mean that the facts say anything. Like you're saying a big if.
I know, but it's a fact. Here's another fact. You guys aren't playing in a conference championship game.
You're right. And you're going to lose to a team that's not playing in a conference championship game. And that's going to sully your conference.
Go ahead.
Alabama should be pissed.
Hold on. Let Logan. I want to hear what Logan has to say. If you were playing what?
If we were playing in the SEC East, we'd be playing in a conference.
We'll find out
game,
on Saturday.
And we'd have a heck of a lot better chance of beating Alabama than you guys.
About the same.
Yeah.
About the same,
my
man. All right.
No.
Thank you, Logan.
And Logan's speaking truth.
He didn't lie. I didn't say he did lie.
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what for a team that has so much going for it, why does this even – you guys should just be so confident because you have a chance to play in the Final Four that you should just be like, you know what? We're not even worried about this. This is just a bump in the road before we go play Alabama. But the fact remains is that you guys know that this game does mean something, and you're probably going to lose, and they're going to talk about McElwain just as bad as we've talked about Kelly because McElwain has never won a game that matters.
Last week didn't matter.
Okay, he's put you – no, because LSU –
he's going to back-to-back SEC championship
he'll
games.
be the first guy to go 0-2 in consecutive SEC championship games.
Again,
the chance.
Okay, let me put it this way.
You won the chance to get slaughtered. Congratulations.
I'll tell you what. Let me put it this way. A week from this Saturday,
you
are invited over to my house to watch football because you've got nothing else to do.
I will be watching you guys get destroyed by Alabama. There's no other way I can tell you congratulations other than that because you've actually the difference between me and you're on record saying that you wish you didn't have to go do that. We've got SoundCloud where you've actually said that. So I mean that's not a thing. It's the only thing that is cool for Florida fans to go spend another $300 to be disappointed.
I ain't spending anybody.
Yeah, I mean, you're not. I'm just saying, like, there's gonna be somebody that says that's drunk off the Kool-Aid that even though you lost, that we still got hope. So what is it we always say? You're telling me there's a chance.
You're telling me there's a chance.
There's some Gator fan that's saying that's gonna drive to Atlanta. They're not even gonna fly to Atlanta. They're gonna put themselves through the misery.
Why are you bringing up
and
Alabama?
drive.
I'm talking Florida
I've already
State.
told you we're gonna beat you. So there's really
we gotta take a break.
There's really nothing else to talk about.
By the way, Blake once again made "Come On Man" on Monday night.
Awesome.
Yeah, another foot throw. Anyway, we'll be right back. You're listening to the Sports Den, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, which you better be hitting up for an 8 o'clock kickoff.
Oh yeah,
on Saturday night. I mean, you might as well look. You're off work Thursday. A lot of you are off work Friday.
Mm-hmm.
ABC in Jacksonville, Florida, better have their biggest sales weekend in the history.
Wednesday night and then Friday morning.
No, Wednesday. Our boys at Wicked Barley are having another beer release.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What time?
All
day?
I'll get the information. Yeah, so Wednesday you go to Wicked Barley.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you leave there, you go get stocked up for Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then Friday, and then Saturday it's on. Saturday it's on. And then Sunday you got to keep drinking to watch the Daggum Jacks play.
But you better be drunk.
Exactly. We'll be right back.
Are you done?
Yeah, I got you. Appreciate it. All this arguing's got me hungry. All this arguing with this FSU guy in here got me real hungry. I know where to go. J. William Culinary is where I go. He delivers the meals to me. Healthy, delicious. You name it. He does it. He's here in Jacksonville, prepares the meals locally, sends them to you. Go to jwilliamculinary.com. That's jwilliamculinary.com. Trust us on this. You won't forget it. It's the same price as what you would pay in a grocery store. jwilliamculinary.com. would have gotten that one on there.
It's recorded.
No,
It's just not live.
earlier.
Which one?
Well, our last segment.
It was.
Oh, it was?
It's
Oh,
recording. It's
oh,
just not
okay.
Facebook Live.
You don't want to put it like up there again, or?
I'm trying to see what it looks
Oh,
like here.
with the plugged into.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Turn it a little bit more
Like towards
towards
you.
you.
Towards me.
Yeah, like right there. Because you weren't in it. I'm in it. Yeah, about right there. See
Right
how
there.
it looks?
Okay.
Yeah, we're both in there.
Hey, are the phone lines frozen again? Are the phone lines frozen again? All right. Okay. Yeah, it just looked like it did last night when they froze up, but I got it now.
All right. Did he text me what?
Oh, Travis.
Scott, I need you to take this number down. Actually, this is why I'm glad we're not on Facebook.
Oh. Yeah, don't read that number out loud, actually.
Well,
Just
no, he'll
text it
edit
to him. Text it to Scott.
Okay.
When do you want Scott to call him?
Probably, try to get them both on at 9. Can we get 2 people on at the same time?
All right.
Okay.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
I was wrong.
What's that?
We got a text earlier saying, "Are you guys, bye-bye or something?" That wasn't to us.
Oh.
Yeah, that was to the show before.
Oh, yeah. I saw the text before. It was like, or they were like, when's the Sports Day come on?
Are you guys done yet? Sports Den, please. Yeah. You know what? 576. Georgia Southern 26, UF 20, never forget. What does that have to do with this week?
I think he's just saying that, listen, just relax. Pump your brakes, slow your roll.
What do I need to pump my brakes for?
Like, guys,
we don't have the same coach. We don't have the same players. There's nothing the same.
You do have. That wasn't 4 years ago. That was 3 years. Some of those guys are still there.
Who? Tell me one player that's playing significant
really
time.
Don't know any of the players. I know the guys who are good. The guy who keeps changing his name. The one who he was there.
He was there. I don't know if he played.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You asked a question. I gave you an answer.
Yeah, you did. You're right. Yeah. 858 says, y'all do know you're on air, right?
Nah, bump that.
Yeah.
Who cares?
When has being on air ever stopped us from doing anything?
Said we were getting some love yesterday, a couple groups, and they're like, I just love these guys. They just say whatever's on their mind. Who cares?
That's good until it's not.
Yeah, it's good until it's not. I did say that. I was like, yeah,
Yeah. A couple things, and then we'll get back into Florida State. We're working on something that's going to be highly entertaining tonight, if it comes.
Oh,
through.
yeah.
Highly entertaining.
What you got to do is, I'm not asking because on Twitter, on Twitter, I'll follow you. I don't really add people on Facebook anymore that I don't have at least a good amount of contacts with.
Mm-hmm.
But you can follow my Facebook because it's public. But, man, when these two guys get on my page on some topics, it is hilarious to me. I love it, man.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. Let's not give it away till we get confirmation.
Yeah, we got to get confirmation of both. We got confirmation on one. We just got to get both.
Yeah, working on a Florida and Florida State guy who were both very high draft picks.
Yep.
and are opinionated.
Very.
Yeah, because that's just what we do. We like to cause
so that lets you know that
fellowship.
when he said the draft pick part, that automatically canceled me. So it's not me.
That's fair enough. Hey, let's take care of a couple things though before we get into all this kind of stuff. And one of the things that I told you he's gonna that I was gonna hit hard tonight is our affiliation with 88 Blessings. This is coming to fruition, guys. This is less than a month away. Okay, I don't know what else to tell you, but I'll say this: together, 88 Blessings and Rogers Towers Charitable Foundation, they're working together, right? And they're working with us. Put on a Winter Wonderland event to benefit single mothers during the holidays. All right, event's going to be held December 16th at Adventure Landing, right here in Jacksonville. And our goal is to raise enough funds to benefit 88 families in this community, James.
Right.
Not anywhere else, this community, right? And so we obviously want to say thank you to 88 Blessings for allowing us to be a part of it. We also want to say thank you to Rogers Towers Law Firm for their involvement as well. But the bottom line is it's all been planned.
Mm-hmm.
Now rubber meets the road.
We got to get you guys to commit. I know some of you guys have reached out to us on Facebook and on Twitter. Now the website is up. The donate button is up, 88blessings.com. Go click a button. You'll get a receipt of different things. One kit is $150, but if you set it up to where you get 3, 5, or 10, let us know. Inbox us. We'll check it. We're going to definitely make sure we hook you up with some different things.
Let's put it this way. If you're a baller like that, hit us up on the Duval Ford text line, 641-1010. You tell us what you want. Let's do that. We'll negotiate with you right here. You tell us what you want and what you're willing to give. We'll make it happen right now.
Yeah. And we'll make sure we'll make sure somebody contacts you, and we'll make sure we get it rolling.
Yeah, that's fair, right?
Yeah, but it's something good. So before you spend all your money at ABC and Wicked Barley, let's put a little bit to the side to bless some families.
There you go. We'll talk more about that throughout the night as well. Let me get to the phone lines, then I'll hit the text line. John, what's going on, my man?
Hey, this is John.
John, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I
you
got you
hear me?
now. Got you now, brother. Go ahead.
A little bit. A few months ago, before the season started, I called you guys and told you not to go jumping off bridges about the Gators.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, you're right about the quarterbacking, but they're doing it with smoke and mirrors, man. They're just coming up with what they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, we have the second fewest losses in the SEC.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen this week. I think they have to play.
Well, you can't, now, John. You can't call in on Florida State week and end it with I don't know what's going to happen this week, man. Talk some trash. I mean,
well, I'm hoping we win. And FSU, if you want to talk a little trash, their offensive line was supposed to be great this year. It's not. Their defense was supposed to be great, and it's obviously not either. But I do think Florida's just going to have to play a great game again to win it.
Oh, there's no question about that, John. No, I appreciate the call. And I mean, listen, I'm not being silly here. I'm going to tell you straight up. Florida's going to have to be +2 in the possessions to have a chance at this game.
Which is outside, barring the really dumb bonehead freshman mistake, which I think he just got overly cocky, which should have been a pick 6 in the Syracuse game. The kid doesn't turn the ball over, and Dalvin has shown a propensity to fumble the ball, but it doesn't happen as often as.
Well, the easiest way to be +2 is to not turn it over yourself.
That's the first thing you have to
do. Yeah, that's the easiest way, and they're going to have to be. I'm going to have fun tonight, but I'm going to be reasonable. Florida has shown that other than the Arkansas game,
mm-hmm.
right? Other than that game, they are very opportunistic.
Their defense, yes.
And if it's like, does Jim McElwain excite me? No, but do I respect the guy now? Yeah, I do. Back-to-back SEC championships. I don't care how bad the SEC East is. He's doing it with quarterbacks that we're not sure if they're throwing with the right hand or not.
Mm-hmm.
And he's finding ways to win. And you know what he's slowly doing, James?
What's that?
He's turning into a Florida coach. And what I mean by that is he's finding out what Florida fans like the trash talk after the LSU game.
Which I thought was I thought that was kind of humble trash talk.
It was. Something had to be said.
Yeah, he said something. I actually was like, wow, that's kind of high roadish. You said what you needed to say without really sticking it to you like you could have.
Right.
But
He didn't want to get fined.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. I mean, we say a lot of those things, but I mean, you're going up against a defense which Charles Kelly against spread offenses is terrible. And I mean true spread offense is terrible. And what he's been able to do, 41 sacks in a season is really good. I mean, that's not
because everybody's throwing the ball every down, James.
Well, let's look at what he's done outside of the Clemson game, which you're playing one of the better offenses. Actually, let's really look at what he has played. The stretch in which they did, and this is not me excuse. I am not a Charles Kelly apologist. I really hope they get rid of him at the end of the year. But I will say at one point, Louisville, USF, UNC, and even Miami, those 4 schools were some of the top offenses in the nation. Now, he held Miami because they run a pro offense, but the UNC, USF, Louisville have the offenses with the quarterback that is known to be able to run and can throw at the same time. No quarterback on your roster has that capability at UF. That's the reason why I don't fear. And if it's just a running back that's just going to line up and go straight ahead and possibly run some outside, that doesn't make me fear. Even though I did see some things in Jordan Scarlett, and I forgot who the other running back was, it wasn't Scarlett who actually took the boy from LSU on a bus ride. Like that was just very disrespectful of what he did. Yeah. But, I did like some of the things that they did. But again, I personally think that Florida State's defense will match up very well against us. It's going to be a defensive game, and it's going to be just like last year's game. Not in the fact that it's going to be 27-2. It's going to be which defense runs out of gas first.
Hey, don't get it twisted now. I'm not saying that I like the matchup of our offense against your defense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm not even saying that I love the matchup of all of our defense against your offense, because that'd be silly to say with Dalvin Cook. What I am saying is that we've gone on here many, many times and said that whoever controls the line of scrimmage has a chance. And Florida will control the line of scrimmage without a shadow of a doubt.
4.5, like they did last year, possibly. The only difference I will say is in this year.
4.5?
That's what they did last year. Why?
I know,
because that's what
does that have to do with this year?
Like they're going to continue. Like I
remember when Florida State fans used to tell me, why you keep talking about old stuff?
Any team, it's physics. When you have a lot of injuries and you keep getting worn down, you keep getting hit over and over again, somebody's going to wear down. One of the teams is going to wear down, and that's why I say 4.5. If Florida's offense or Florida State's offense, neither one of them are able to put up any kind of points, it's going to be about which one. This is not going to be a 17-6 game. I guarantee it's not going to be that. It's going to be more than that. It's not going to be what was it? Was it 16-10? Was that the LSU game?
Yep.
I doubt very seriously it's going to be that game.
What do you think it's going to be?
Because that's not the FSU is not as much as Jimbo kind of gets credit for creating an SEC style of offense. That's not what our offense is. Our offense, which it has shown sparks outside of NC State when Jimbo kind of got in his own way instead of letting Dalvin do what he does, which he's let him do in a lot of games. The Clemson game, I don't really count BC and Syracuse because whatever. But when he's let Dalvin do his thing, it's happened. And I guess that's really the biggest thing is we have a guy in our offense that is a lightning rod that can blow up at any given time. And there is not one person on Florida's offense that can do that same thing.
I think we found something with Jordan Scarlett. I don't think he's Dalvin Cook.
Jordan Scarlett cannot score at any given moment.
No,
that's what I mean.
But what I do think, regardless of who it was against and all that kind of stuff, you can sell me LSU isn't good all you want to. At the end of the day, they've got a lot of talent on that team, a ton of talent on that team. And what Florida did was run the ball all day long on them.
And the thing, I'm not saying that LSU wasn't any good. LSU did everything in their possible to lose that game. LSU, they fumbled it inside the goal line, which again, Florida's defense had to create that turnover. I'm going to give them props on that. But LSU did dominate at times, and they did not take they didn't take the chances. They didn't put points on the board. That shows me that Florida's defense does have some vulnerabilities. Now you're just asking me to break down the game. That's why I think they're going to win. Now there's three guys that are on Florida's team that I would love nothing more than the Jaguars to possibly pick up.
Mm-hmm.
I like Tease Tabor.
Caleb Brantley.
Day. It's another guy. It's another safety they have. Another corner they have where it's safety.
No, Brantley is it
Brantley? That's it.
No,
Brantley's the linebacker, right?
Lineman.
Oh, the lineman,
defensive lineman.
There's some
dude.
guys.
Listen, they've got 7 NFL players on that defense. I mean, there's no question about it.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. Let me get to Matt, then we got to take a break. Matt, what you got going on?
Not much, buddy. I just wanted How does Florida State's defensive line compare to LSU's? Because LSU's D line they're big, they're fast, and they're dominant, and quite a few teams have put some points up against Florida State. And wondering how we match up against their D line with our O line.
Matt, they're different. They're different than LSU. Florida State is a team that you're gonna have to get the ball out quickly. And they're fast, right, James? Mm-hmm. They're fast. They specialize in speed rushes, and we can't sit back there. It can't be a pro style 7-step drop. Sit back there and wait 4 seconds to throw it.
But the way we pushed around LSU in that fourth quarter with Cronkite just plowing people over. Is that a possibility they could do that against Florida State?
Absolutely.
Yes. If the game is to a situation and Florida State has not put points on the board. If LSU has taken advantage of the times and not turned it over when they had the opportunities to score, you would have seen Florida have to go into a much different type of offensive set, putting the ball in Applebee's hand. And if that's the case, if Applebee's has to win the game, that is not good for Florida.
That's a fair point. Thanks for the call, Matt. That's a very good point. And you're right. It's going to have to be one of those things where Florida can stick with the game plan. If you get behind, and you know what? Actually, let's take a break, and when we come back, I'm going to tell you my absolute key to the game because you hit on it. When we come back, we'll get to that. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Go, go, go to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Get greased up a little bit, man. It's a holiday week, James.
Yeah. You gotta do something. If you're not gonna do it this week, when are you gonna do it?
Yeah. Live a little. We'll be right back. You got it. You're gonna be at State Farm. I'll be at State Farm.
Yeah. Did I bring my book here? Oh, yeah, that's
right. Good neighbors. They're good to have. We've got a great one in Wellington Hawkins. Wellington Hawkins with State Farm Insurance. James and I both work with Wellington. Wellington's just good people, man. He's a good guy. He makes it painless to go and buy insurance or to go get your insurance checked out. Home, auto, life, you name it. He does it. Go to wellingtoncares.net or just call 646-0107. 646-0107. Our boy Wellington Hawkins at State Farm. You hear back from?
No, Scott, did you get my last text?
Let me see. I think so. Yeah, with Geno Hayes' number.
Yeah, I was asking if you try to see if we can get a hold of him, see if that's good.
See if he can come on at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
9 o'clock. You want me to call him now and see if it's good?
Yeah, call him now and see if it's good. And Travis. Yeah, can we do that?
Oh, yeah.
Rings, pendants, pearls, colored stones, best prices, best quality, easiest shopping experience. Make this Christmas what you'll always remember with help from Global Diamonds. Expanded hours, including Sundays.
Where was Geno drafted? What round?
I don't know. I think he was like 6 or 7.
Was he?
$6 round by $1.
It also means your Volkswagen has passed the most ruling quality standards in the pre-owned market. Every little thing and every big thing has been checked and rechecked. And this is important. You can only buy an Osteen certified pre-owned Volkswagen at Osteen. No wonder Osteen Volkswagen is the proud winner of the 2015 Customer First Award.
Oh, Travis got 9 years in?
Yeah, man. Travis makes some money, man. Look at his contracts that signed.
I was trying to find this. That's something to Travis Taylor's.
You think it is Osteen Volkswagen, 11401 Phillips Highway, just south of the Avenues Mall, or online at osteenvw.com.
I'm trying to see where he got drafted.
We're going to make you smile.
What is the first round pick?
Yeah. Well, number 19 or something like that?
Drafted by the Ravens. 10th pick. Oh, he won a Super Bowl his first year. That 2000? Or was it 01 when the Ravens won the Super Bowl? It was 01 season, 02 Super Bowl. That's right. Because I was going into college. Yeah. Up already.
Highly recommend them. This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. All right, I got a hold of Geno, and he's good. I had to leave a voicemail for Travis, though.
It's on 10 XL. You could also win a grand prize of dinner with Centuric Marks at Three Forks and a Jaguars-themed ring.
Did you tell him you were going to call him back at 9 or you just got him on hold?
Yeah, I'm going to call him back at 9.
On 1010 XL.
The Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Oh, man. I'm ready for this little... I don't get much of a vacation, actually. At all, now that I think about it. Training all day on Wednesday, coming in here on Friday with Hacker.
Y'all enjoy that, man. You guys are going to have a great show.
Yeah, we'll have fun. And then train a little bit Friday, and then got high school football on Friday night.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get back in town enough to be able to go check out. I'm going to go shout out to OJ, a member of the rivalry. I might go check out there, go up there and see what those guys talking about.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up to Lee, Bartram Trail at Lee. That'll be a good game.
Yeah. Speaking of Lee, shout out to the girl, Reebok Lady Trojans. They're playing Lee tonight.
You're going to shout them out every time.
Every time. Oh, yeah, Renaya going to Tennessee.
Yep.
Big time right there, man.
Yep.
Congratulations, girl. She worked hard. She earned it. I know she's gonna be a PTPer.
There you
go.
go.
Dick Vitale says primetime player.
Well, speaking of playoffs, our boy Chris Malone and Bowles is still in.
Nice.
Yep. They got a clear path to state championship where they'll see Coco or Booker T.
But they're gonna see some brothers with speed.
Yes, either way.
So cool. That means Coco's still practicing. All right, I might go because where our Thanksgiving is literally right around the corner.
Well, there you go.
From Coco High School. I like that. They do a good thing over there.
Well, speaking of Chris Malone, if you got house needs, if you got roofing needs, if you've got water damage, if you got anything, then we tell you every week. I don't know why you're not listening. Actually, a lot of you are listening, but all of you need to listen. 315-7776, Triton Roofing and Restoration. That's 315-7776. And local guys, local company. Good dudes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Good dudes. They'll take care of you. Friends of the Sports Den for sure. We enjoy that partnership there. They're just fun to hang around with, man. And they look after our in fact, they just, Pop's roof is on.
It's done.
It's done. So we use them. We don't just talk about them. We use them. 315-7776. That's Triton Roofing and Restoration. Did you just flag me down for something?
No, I was just,
You stretching?
Just scratching the muscles.
You got Tourette's?
Yeah. I got, got them war rooms. You start talking about the game, and I started getting the itch and start wanting to kill. That was major pain. You start talking that trash, and I start getting the urge to kill.
Oh, let's see. Let me get oh dear. Here we go. Big Sam. Sam.
What's up, guys?
Now you gonna try to bust out some Alabama stuff on us tonight?
No, not really.
Okay, go ahead.
I just want to tell you how much you're wrong and James is absolutely right.
Oh, why? Well, you've been drinking?
No, not yet, but
That's
I'm
got
working
nothing
on
to do
it.
with it.
Okay, go ahead. I'll listen. I'll entertain this. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, hey, look, at the end of the day, I'm just really, really pissed off at something I said about 4 weeks ago on your show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to revisit that after I get done telling you Florida State's going to stop the mud hole in Florida. I hate to say it, but it's going to happen. They're not going to stop Gavin. All right?
All right.
And then you're going to show up in Atlanta, and it's going to be a practice game for us. Roll Tide.
I love Alabama
And
fans.
the best thing Shot Khan can do,
Yeah.
This really hurts.
Hold on. Get ready to hit the dump button. I don't know what Sam's going to say here. Go ahead. Keep it clean.
We need a water park on the outside of the stadium.
Okay.
To
Why?
bring more fans because they can't win, so at least they can have fun there.
Man, no. Bump the entertainment. It's time to win. I say that we shut down the pools. We shut down everything, every bit of entertainment until we start winning.
Well, here's the deal. And I think you can recap on this on your last year's show when I called in and said, oh, they're getting hungry. I think they're going to win. Now it seems like they're just giving up.
Yeah.
When are they going to grow a pair and just start winning?
When they get
running through people.
When they start trimming off the excess fat. We know there's 20 guys on that roster that they can't get rid of.
Yep.
We went and did that a couple shows again. It's that other 33, 34 that they just got to go ahead.
And the head of the snake.
Yeah, and in the head of the snake. They just got to really just like, hey, you don't want to be here. Go ahead. You got the cap. Any other time I think it's fiscally irresponsible to take cap hits. But with some of these guys, just go ahead and take it.
Yep.
It sucks because it's a rebuilding process, and I get it. I understand it because I know the game of football. But, man, it just really sucks. Hey, guys, thanks for bringing me on tonight.
All right,
man.
bro.
I love listening to y'all.
All right,
Appreciate
my man.
it.
Sam Matthews.
He's
Played
got a
it out,
point
Ben.
there.
Yeah, I'm right.
I like the idea of the water park. Have some water slides to go with those pools.
Oh, just give it a minute because at some point this offseason, they're going to come up with some grand plan to win the offseason again.
It's probably going to be there. They got the amphitheater going and all the other stuff. It'll probably be a water park there.
Yeah, there'll be someone else.
A 365-day fair. That'll be right outside.
Some water slides
exactly
coming.
what this city
Some
needs.
water slides coming right off the stadium. That way, everybody can leave faster.
Yeah, that's a fair point right there.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
there we
innovative.
go.
Innovation.
Let me get David on the south side. David, what's going on, man?
Couple things. First of all, I finally lost it yesterday.
Yeah?
Complete meltdown.
What took you so long?
I don't know. But don't. I don't know. The only thing that saved me, God bless, was I was at a friend's house. Because if I was at my house, I'd be shopping for a new couch, a new table, and a new TV right now. I promise you I would have broke all of them.
He'd be calling Triton Roofing and Restoration to fix the house.
Oh, man. Well, anyways, but you know what, you guys, you started the show perfectly. I've had enough of the Jaguars. Whatever. I don't care no more. Well, I hope maybe they'll win a game, maybe they won't. But let's talk about Mr. Coleman. You said that you thought maybe the SEC East is the worst division ever.
I didn't say that. Joey Galloway said that.
Okay, but then you kind of laughed.
I just
let me ask you a
let
question.
it finish.
Who's on top of the? What is that? The Coastal and Land? What I don't even know what divisions they're called.
The Coastal
who's
sucks.
on top of that?
The Coastal sucks.
Okay.
The ACC Coastal sucks. I'll give you that. You're right.
But they're worse than the SEC East, right? Thank you. Who's on top? Well, Virginia Tech is on top of that, right? Correct.
Yeah. And they lost to Tennessee.
When did they lose to Tennessee by what? 30 points?
He's got a point.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
please,
all right. I apologize.
Please.
You aren't the worst.
You can talk
You're
about
one above the
Florida
worst.
State. You can Florida State. You guys have got it right now. But until you guys over there in the ACC grow a set, please don't ever try to compare ACC football to SEC football.
It's
night and day.
I love Florida State
No,
week.
I got you. Grow a set means you actually play a non-conference opponent outside of your state.
Oh, no.
That's
we're not going to go back down this road.
So, the thing is, the ACC doesn't matter.
Tennessee
who they
did play a non-conference opponent, and they beat them.
They played them at home, I thought.
No,
not
Tennessee.
My bad.
Played
You know
at a Dagon Speedway.
I'm not even talking about Tennessee. I'm talking more so against Florida, because you know my feelings on the ACC. I don't care about that. The KCC is just something that we have to
on
win.
that day.
Okay,
One last thing before I go. You guys, at what position besides quarter? And trust me, I know quarterback's a very important position. Quarterback and running back. Is Florida State better than any other position as a group on the field?
On the field,
Florida's better wide receivers. Florida's got better offensive line.
You've got
better defensive line. Florida's got better linebackers, and Florida's got a better secondary. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen Saturday. I'm not saying that Florida State hasn't dominated Florida lately, and they're at home, and there's going to be a good chance Florida State wins. But I promise you one thing: if Florida State goes out there Saturday night and throws their helmets on the field and thinks we're going to bow down to them like all these other teams in the ACC are, they're in for a rude awakening.
Well, I do know we have a first round draft.
David.
We have a first round draft pick in a defensive end, DeMarcus Walker, and our defensive line has 41 sacks. So I mean, all you're doing right now is saying what you think from the eye test, but you have nothing to validate it.
I think he was wrong on one position.
Which position?
Wide receiver. I think you guys are better.
I think you have a better wide receiver hands
but as a
down
core,
than anything that we have. But as a core, your wide receiver core has the only school that's underperformed more than FSU is Florida, because you had a ton of talent that's gone there as well.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of guys who just don't.
But I would agree with him on the D line.
On the D line, I would say is more of a push. I think they're good.
As a whole,
you've got Burns is doing well as a freshman. You got
Brian Cox. I mean, listen, listen.
You've got three defensive ends, and you've got a defensive tackle who everybody's calling one of the top a top 2 round guy. You cannot say when you have 3 current guys that are probably going to get drafted that your D line is not any good. Like your linebacker core. No, what I'm saying is you can't say you have something. You have potential draft picks. We have guys who will be in this
potential draft picks. What are you talking about?
We have 3 guys on our D line who will probably be drafted in this upcoming draft.
We do too.
Not in this upcoming draft. You don't. They will be drafted. C.C. Jefferson isn't able to get drafted. Is Cox able to get drafted
this year?
That's
the only reason why he's not.
But you make no sense. You can't get drafted this year
That's
if
the
you're
only
not
reason why
eligible.
they're not.
But
You're
what
saying
I'm saying
potential. They're going
this
to get
year,
drafted.
we have guys, and then we have backups that will potentially get drafted. It's not saying that Florida's defensive line isn't any good. I'm just saying it's more of a push. Your linebackers, I'll give you that. I don't even like our linebackers.
Well, actually, you know what?
I don't like our linebackers.
I would have said that 3 weeks ago that there was a big discrepancy, but with the injuries,
you've had injuries on your D line too,
but not like at linebacker. I mean,
that's part of the reason why I think our linebackers core sucks, because we can't keep a guy healthy all year.
And now DBs, I would say it's a push.
I'm willing
because
to
your
give
safety is hurt.
Our
corners are better.
Yeah, I'm willing to even give you that. It just depends on. Ermon Lane finally had a good game last week, but I'm not 100% sure what he's going to do. Well, actually, at safety, I don't know. At a different position, he hasn't done that bad. But I mean, hey, I like confidence. You should be, if that is your team, you should roll with your team $100,000 and be confident. I'm just telling you, I don't think anything's going to change.
All right, well, hold on just a second. Let me, Steve.
Hey.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How y'all tonight?
Good, man.
I want to say first, I have all the respect in the world for Mr. Khan. He's a world-class businessman. But I'm not so sure that he's as concerned with the Jacksonville Jaguars as he is with Jacksonville right now. I think he wants to build up his holdings here in the town. The shipyards, set that aside because that's probably a pipe dream right now. But with the profit sharing in the NFL, every Monday morning he's looking at a profit loss statement and saying, okay, I'm still making money on the team. Let me develop everything around the stadium, and then I'll worry about the team.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point.
Steve, that's fair.
I also don't think that's really a bad thing.
Well, I
get why people
it is
be
to a
upset.
fan.
Well, yeah, because you don't want the long-term play. You deserve to have a winner now.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad thing for the city. I mean, but let's be honest. We see all the construction around. We see all the business moving in. We see all that kind of stuff. The London thing has worked out, perfectly.
And a lot of that also has to do with you look at all the places where NFL or pro franchises are in general, but definitely NFL cities
in the South.
In the South, where the industry comes.
Yeah.
That if he were to actually do that, which we know he's not, to vacate the Jaguars from here, that would be a huge loss. He's trying to build it up so when people talk about they're going to leave, it just doesn't match what every other move that he's making.
But with that being said, just win some stinking games.
I think it's just because his son is at control. I actually want to get him on air. That'd be awesome. Just let us be able to talk to you. Like, bro, what are you doing, man?
What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Help us out here.
Help me help you.
I feel like people should take advantage of our common sense.
Yeah.
We are we're
a show for the people that are going to ask the questions that
need to be asked.
That need to be asked.
Yeah, we have some interesting questions in press conferences. I will say that.
Yeah, but we got to get in there. We're gonna work on that. We're gonna hashtag more than live.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's get that wave going so next year we can make sure we're in the press conference.
Well, listen, if you need something done to your house, there's only one person to do it, and that's somebody who's licensed, insured, deals with insurance, as a general contractor, the whole nine. Like you literally couldn't ask for more, and I mean that. Your checklist that you have, they fill every one of them, and that is Triton Roofing and Restoration. Shingles missing, call them. Water damage, call them. Need a new kitchen, call them. Need an outdoor kitchen, call them. Just call them. 315-7776. That's Chris Malone at 315-7776. Josh, Harold, Tommy, stay on the line. Keep the text coming. We'll get to them in just a second. We're still working on some things as well in the 9 o'clock hour for all you folks. You don't want to go anywhere if we can pull this off. I promise you. We'll be right back. Yeah. Local, licensed, insured, general contractor. That's the checklist. I just got done telling you that. If you need roof work done, if you need anything done to your house, if you have water damage, which can happen to anybody at any time, 315-7776, 315-7776, Triton Roofing and Restoration. How sold am I on them? They did my dad's roof. My brother-in-law works for them. I am sold. They're local guys, been here forever. 315-7776. What was that look you just gave? Did you get a crazy text?
No.
Oh. Did Travis?
Nah, he hasn't hit me up, man.
Hey, how long do we? Oh,
Yeah.
damn good.
Christmas time is an incredible time at Global Diamonds. We've got the gifts women want at the guaranteed best prices in America. And with our expert guidance, you'll get that home run gift with no stress.
You have reached the voicemail box of.
We've got 3 years, 0 interest financing on any purchase, so you can get her that $2,000 pair of diamond earrings and pay less than $56 a month, or that 5-carat tennis bracelet for only $195 a month. And if you're popping the question this month, this amazing 3-year finance offer also applies to all certified diamonds and engagement rings. Just take the price, divide by 36, and that's your payment. Global Diamonds, with an expanded selection of holiday gift ideas, incredible jewelry starting at around $200. Rings, earrings, pendants, pearls, colored stones, best prices, best quality, easiest shopping experience. Make this Christmas one you'll always remember with help from Global Diamonds, with expanded hours including Sundays now through Christmas. At the Markets at Town Center between West Marine and REI. On approved credit.
Special savings this Friday through Monday. It's the perfect time to pick up a gift for the golfer on your list. With huge deals in every department, you'll save on clubs, balls, rangefinders, GPS units, and more. Pick up a dozen Pro V1 or Pro V1X balls for a special holiday price of just $39.99 and save up to 20% on shoes, bags, apparel, and carts. Don't miss this sale. Black Friday through Cyber Monday at Edwin Watts Golf Shops.
Wow.
All with a 90-day, 100%
What the hell? Texas Rangers got a sexual assault case. 8 of their prospects apparently molested an underage.
Who did?
Prospect as well.
Who?
Texas Rangers.
No, but who'd you say molest?
8 of their prospect players. I guess they were hazing somebody. 8 Rangers prospect questions. 4 are expected to be charged. Sexually assaulting an underage teammate as a part of a hazing ritual.
Odor's brother. Remember the guy who got in the fight?
Oh yeah,
His brother.
was one of the 8.
Yeah, they got charged.
Mostly by making changes in your diet, controlling your weight, and of course, by not smoking. Visit preventablececancers.org. For emergency poisoning advice, call 800-222-1222. If you were involved in a community event and you'd like us to help spread
They don't say exactly everything else, which kind of sucks.
1010XL, 92.5 FM. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
150 bones. That's what it is. 150 bones to give somebody Christmas. That's it. We ain't asking you to buy a daggone PlayStation 3 and one of those $300 cars that they outgrow.
I actually got some information on what they're trying to get them. It's a lot of educational stuff.
There you go.
So it's like good stuff. So it's not like you're just going to be, a lot of people are like, I don't want to just give these kids all the cool stuff. It's stuff that's going to help them become better people and help them grow.
150 bones. 88blessings.com, or just hit me up at Denny_Thompson on Twitter, or James at Big Game James 36. And we appreciate the help. We know you guys will come through. Or you just, the easy thing, just go to 88blessings.com, hit the donate now. If you can't give 150, give whatever you can. December 16th is the event, but we got to get this done now. So let me run through some calls here. Josh, what's going on, my man?
Big Game James, best quarterback coach in the city. Your boy Joshua Jackson.
Joshua Jackson,
the voice of everything.
Everything.
Man, dog, real quick, man. Real quick.
I already know what you're going to talk about, Big Game James. All I can say is the number 19 I cannot stand at all. That is the amount of points that my beloved Florida A&M Rattlers scored in the Florida Classic this weekend, and the amount of points that my damn Jacksonville Jaguars scored yesterday.
I'm not even worried about that, man. I'm concerned about the educational stuff, man.
When I graduated Florida A&M University back in the fall of 2010, they equipped me with a degree, and I know that I can spell. I'm also the spelling bee champion in 5th grade at Southside Estates Elementary School here in Jacksonville. So I can spell.
All right.
I cannot be held responsible for what happened with our beloved marching band. It was an unfortunate
We hit that on our podcast tonight, actually.
Man.
It's on Straight Talk No Chaser. It's up right now.
Yeah.
So. But go ahead, Josh. What you got, my man?
Man, just a rough weekend. But I wanted to kind of get into a little bit of this Florida State game. I am concerned, James, about our offensive line. I've been concerned about the offensive line all year long. However, I feel a little bit better now that Anzalone and Davis are not playing in this game for Florida.
Anzalone is a huge hit right now.
Yeah, and Jared Davis, I think he's even is a huge hit as well. The kid from
No, I only say that because of this matchup. That's the only reason why I say it. But yeah, you're right. You're right. I would take having those two out if I could pick two if I was Florida State.
Yeah. I've got to have more from at the line of scrimmage. We win the battle at the line of scrimmage, we win this football game. That's pretty much what it is. Football is really simple. You block, you tackle. As Bobby would say, you get after ours and get after theirs and protect ours. We're good. We win the game more often than not. So if Florida State can protect DeAndre, which they've not been able to do consistently all year long against this vaunted Florida defense, and with what they did on Saturday against LSU, I am a bit concerned. I still think Florida State wins the game. I don't think it'll be a blowout, but I do have some major concerns with the way our offensive line has been playing all year long, and this Florida defense playing extremely well.
So there you go. That's a reasonable Florida State fan right there. He broke it down for us, James. Josh, I appreciate it, my man.
Cool.
Hey, by the way, happy Thanksgiving to you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, same to you guys, man. Y'all be blessed. Talk to you soon.
Enjoy your family. I said all those things. I just feel like we still have more. We have more chips than you got and better cards. Typically, that's how you win. That's how you win poker.
All right, we ain't scared to bluff. Harold, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm a diehard Miami Hurricane fan, so I'm not really vested in the game at all. In fact, in a perfect world for me, both teams would lose this weekend. I don't know if there's a way that could happen, but I wanted to weigh in on what I think is going to happen. And I'll be honest with you, man. I think Florida State is going to absolutely roll Florida, and the reason I say that is because even if you agree with the caller that called up a few minutes ago that said the only place Florida State is better is quarterback and running back, Well, those are two pretty damn important positions, and they're so much better in those positions. That alone is enough to be the difference in the game. This guy, DeAndre Francois, let me tell you something, man. It takes a lot for me to say I like a Florida State quarterback. But you know what this guy has, man? He has moxie. And the reason why they beat Miami, it didn't have anything to do with that blocked extra point at the end of the game. The reason they beat Miami is because he outshined our senior first-round future quarterback, whatever you want to call Brad Kaya. But nevertheless, Florida, man, they can't get anything going offensively. And remember that if LSU had any semblance of an offense, they probably would have won that game. It was like a battle of the two most putrid offenses in the world in that game. And oddly enough, they were two former Purdue quarterbacks. But, man, I just don't see any way Florida can win this game, especially with the defense as banged up as it is.
You don't see any way, Harold? Any way?
I do not see any way that Florida can win this game. And for all the reasons that I said, the biggest of all is Florida's defense is hurt, because that defense, when it's healthy, is as good as anybody in the nation. But with them being hurt the way they are, what I've seen out of Francois, the way that he fights back from being hit, because they're going to hit him.
Yeah,
but he's going to fight back. And
Francois, I ain't gonna lie, Francois is the toughest dude I've ever seen in my life.
Well, some of it, I'm starting to think I'm starting to think he likes to get hit.
I am too.
I actually, you know what? I missed the chance to ask him that, because he's a really good kid, and we talked about some stuff when I saw him at the FAMU game. And oh, by the way, dude, if you want your confidence boosted, Trey is not the person.
Why?
Like, Trey don't care who you are.
Trey being James' son.
Like, when he doesn't want to talk to you, or he does, like, it could be the president, it could be the most famous person in the world. And I'm like, hey, Trey, can I take a picture? No. I don't want to take a picture with him. I'm like, baby, that's the quarterback. I don't care.
I love
it. And then he finally went over there, and it was more like, all right, I'll let y'all take a picture with me. I'm not taking a picture with you. Let's be clear on this.
Look, can I get some Florida love on the line?
I mean, you know what was starting to is is this Florida love?
Yeah, this is Tommy Hilliard. Yeah, okay, Tommy, what's going on, dude?
Come on, man.
Yeah, it should be alumni, Tom. Can you?
Tom, now you're gonna start telling me how I got to introduce you to?
Oh, we're getting ready to work on bump music, but look here. Remind the Miami fans who just called in, the last great Miami quarterback was Brock Berlin, our reject, who was one of my best friends in the world. I played with him. Love the dude.
I think Brad Kaya is a lot better than Brock Berlin, bro.
Bro, don't give it. Look at it. Are y'all having a big old Florida party, and I'm not invited?
We have. You know what? It's funny you say that. We're not. We've talked about it, and I'll text you if we do. James doesn't know what he's doing, if he's going down there or not. But if
I'm not,
we're probably gonna have 10 or so dudes over at a cigar bar somewhere.
Yeah, let's do it.
I was wanting to bring a few slab of ribs, maybe a brisket, whatnot.
Oh, then I know exactly where we got to do it at then. If that's the case.
Yeah. But I have to say, I was there with the big fight with Doug Johnston and the whole, throwing the ball. We've been there. What we have now is you have the best players in one of the best states in the union against each other. And what you're going to have now is boys playing against boys. Have been playing against boys since high school. And truthfully, I think my boys are better than their boys, but in the grand scheme of things, it's going to come down to this. It's going to be the last play. I mean, you talk about the hype, and like Corky Rogers used to say, here's the grand. Now, look, I'll tell you all this. Corky Rogers had one. He'd look at us in the huddle. He'd go, hey, if you get them defensive boys start fighting amongst themselves, you got them licked. Get them to fight themselves. Get them angry again. If Florida can get Florida State defense,
they got to frustrate them
against each other. You got to get them frustrated. You got them lit.
Yep. No, that's exactly right, Tom. Hey, Tom, I'll hit you up too, bro. I'll hit you up about Saturday.
My phone's stuck on speaker, and I'm still trying to do estimates for. Hey, look here. Anybody needs firewood? Call me.
Actually, I do. I needed you yesterday, man.
Yeah.
So
no, I'll hit you up about Saturday. I'll hit you up about Saturday. Is what I was saying.
Let me give a plug. Do it.
All right. Here's I teased this before we went. Here's the biggest thing. Here's the single biggest thing and the biggest difference in the two teams. I believe is I do believe that Florida is playing with a major chip on their shoulder right now. And I do believe that if this gets late into the game, we got a really good chance. I think that the advantage goes to Florida if this is a ball game in the fourth quarter. If Florida State gets up by 10 at any point, it's over. It's done. It's over. And that's the biggest difference in the two. Florida State is built, like you said earlier, James, for explosive plays. Florida, oddly enough, is not what Florida's known for. They found their identity last week, which is to cram the ball down your throat and frustrate you. I do think Florida State is susceptible to that. I really do believe that.
I'm just trying to find which team has done that to us.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean,
teams haven't had to do that to y'all because they've been able to throw the ball.
No, teams have done what their offenses have allowed them to do. You spread how you beat Florida State is very simple. You spread them out and you run the zone, and then you run a run pass option against them. Though the teams, when I'm looking at, actually, Tommy brought up a good point. Like the last time this team was actually truly, 2 times this team was frustrated. Ole Miss, they ended up getting it back. Louisville frustrated this team and it got out of hand. UNC, they just didn't make a play. USF, actually it could be that. USF Florida State had that game dominated. Then they scored a lot of points in the fourth quarter.
Florida. None of those teams.
You're right. All those teams have. You're right. Florida is not Louisville. They're not South Florida because they don't have an explosive offense. They have a much better defense, though.
I was going to say none of those teams you just named have a defense even close to Florida.
Yes, but what I'm just describing. I'm not describing their defense. I'm describing their offense, which is what you just brought up.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, it's like the offense. Nobody has been able to. If you want to just line it up and run it down our throat, good, do it, please.
Well, that's what we're going to have to do.
But I mean, that's not. I would try. You got to get the ball to Callaway's hands, and if that other guy is able to pull out, if he needs to pull out another game, I can't think of his name. I'm sorry, don't remember the wide receiver. Cleveland, yeah, Cleveland. You need to get the ball to Cleveland and Callaway. That's
if Florida State plays a game like they played against Wake Forest, then
offensively, yes, you're right.
Then that's exactly what. Florida has to force Florida State to play a game like they played against Wake Forest. That's what they've got to do.
The 2 worst games that offensively that Florida State played were against Miami and Wake Forest. Miami's defense played very well. Wake Forest actually did pretty good on defense. But when you're looking at a team to score 45, 52, 55, 35, 34,
put up some points.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, like what you're hoping for is very against some guys with NFL talent on their defense. We talked about Ole Miss all day, like about the guy, the young man from Jacksonville.
Yeah,
and they've got another guy. I mean, it's going to be a good game, but I do think you said one thing is that if Florida State gets up by 2 touchdowns, it could be
it's a wrap.
Start getting pulled away.
It's done. I think if it's last year's game at halftime, I think Florida is in great position. If they can play. Because we don't have Treon Harris, okay? There's at least the threat of going deep this year.
What I will say is this, though, is that if he throws the jump ball, now it was Feaster McFadden earlier this year, where McFadden was like he go for the pick and he get beat, like against Louisville, where the guy he goes for the pick, misses it, the guy catches it and goes to the house. But he's got. He's leading in the NCAA interceptions, and I wonder what about pick sixes because he's had a lot of those. And almost every game, it's like he seems to find the ball. He's been playing very well since the Miami game. I think ever since Coley caught that touchdown on him, he's just woke up and said, "I got to become better with my ball skills."
Well, here's my point: is it is feasible for Florida to win this football game? And I keep hearing Florida State fans, and I keep hearing everybody talk about how Florida State's just going to just drag them all over the field, and I'm sitting here going, I don't get it because Florida State ain't that good.
Any given Saturday.
It's not any given Saturday.
Any given Saturday, somebody can win.
It's not any given Saturday. It's Florida State's not that good.
I got you, but you're right. But neither is Florida. Their record isn't that. They're nowhere near as good as what their record says, and you know that.
Well, I mean, they haven't played people. Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that
they've beaten the teams.
They've beaten the teams that
they play.
They've got the same. Both. Well, put it like this: both teams have the same amount of wins, except for one team has more over top 15 opponents, and then one team has played more ranked teams when they're on their schedule. That's it. I mean, the thing is that I don't
Clemson
understand.
and Louisville. Who else?
Miami was the number 10 team in the nation when they lost.
Was.
I'm just saying they beat them when they were that, and Ole Miss was the number 11
Well, I
team
mean,
in the nation.
if we want to start doing that about what people were, then we can go to when the SEC had 6 teams in the top 12.
But which teams did you play? You didn't play all the
But
top
my
dogs.
point is,
you played Tennessee. Who else did you play?
James,
that was ranked in the top?
my point is,
use it. Use that defense. Who else did you play?
James,
in
listen. If you'll let me talk, I'll tell you. There were 6 teams in the SEC in the top 12. We've learned as the season goes on, they're not that good. Just like we've learned, Ole Miss isn't any good.
Time out.
We've learned that.
Use the excuse. Who did you play? I'm waiting for you. I want you to use that. Use that as your excuse.
I didn't say that.
But you just said if you're going to use that. You said,
cow.
we can rewind it back. You said, James, if you want to use that, we can. And I'm telling you, use it. Didn't you? Literally said we
James,
can.
I said you're talking about when y'all played them. I'm talking about overall.
I got you.
And I said the SEC, we know the SEC's down. At one point, Tennessee was ranked high, Florida was ranked high, all that stuff.
I'm just going by all you
I'm
can do.
just saying where they're at now, what we know about teams now.
We know that. What is Miami's record? I don't even know.
Miami's won like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Haven't they?
Yeah,
haven't they won their last 3? Yeah, they beat Pittsburgh, which is a great win. And then they beat Virginia and NC State.
Miami's 7-4.
Mm-hmm.
That means they're one win away from having just as many wins as Florida. So I mean, I can't say that Miami's not any good. If Florida,
I didn't say they're not any good.
I said Miami was a ranked team, and you told me I can't use them. Miami's just as good as Florida.
They were ranked. You were talking about teams that were ranked in the top 10 when you played them.
But Miami,
they're not top 10 teams.
Miami is a top 25.
Ole Miss was ranked in the top 5 when y'all played them. You want to take credit for that?
Ole Miss without Chad Kelly is a completely different
Chad Kelly
team.
just got hurt.
He's been banged up almost all year.
Holy cow!
The thing is that you're
all right. Well, then if that's the case, then talk about how good the SEC is. Then let's talk about that. If that's the case, if you want to talk about that, then just talk about how great the SEC is.
Not a problem. Which top teams in Georgia wasn't one? Was Georgia ranked? Georgia ranked top 25?
No, they lost to Vanderbilt.
No, I got
right
that
before.
part.
Right before.
Good.
They were ranked earlier in the year, yeah.
The thing is, if the SEC next year,
no 5-7-6. Denny didn't just get caught in his own words.
Yeah, you did.
You're listening to James, which is a bad idea.
If Florida does this next year, I will give Florida all the respect in the world.
Well, on that note, we got a break, and when we come back, we got to make a phone call as well. We actually should have done it that segment, but we'll do it next segment. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Sports Den in the Wicked Barley Studios, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. We'll be right back.
I got you.
You're going to be cool in the way Willie. Next segment.
Man, I was hanging out with this guy all day today just looking at houses, and that's A.C. Williams. Man, I'll tell you what. He's a cool cat. He had us down at St. Augustine just looking at these different things, and he was able to break down exactly why we needed this house and the different things that matched what our dreams were. It's 449-8631 is how you get with the coolest realtor in Cool Realty, and that's A.C. Williams. When you're looking for that home of your dreams, call 449-8631. That's A.C. Williams with Cool Realty.
All right, so I'm calling Geno.
Yeah, I guess we couldn't get Travis.
That's probably a good idea, yeah.
$600 on the very best of brands cake. I'm talking Tempur-Pedic, I'm talking Sealy, I'm talking Beauty Rest, I'm talking Stearns & Foster, I'm talking more. One size mattress does not fit all. Mattress Firm sleep experts, they're going to help you, gang. They're going to help you find the perfect mattress that's right for you. Get your comfort, your choice. Sealy Firm or Hampton Rosen Pillow Top Queen sets for $299.99. Here's the bottom line. Time to get a new mattress. There's no place else you'd rather go. There's no place else you'd rather be than Mattress Firm. Because you know what? You're going to save money and you're going to sleep happy. Mattress Firm!
Hey, sports fans, this is Chip Parker, out of the offices of Parker & Dufresne. I want to talk to you about the Chargers. No, not the football team. I'm talking about those people who overextended their debt during the holidays. Don't be a Charger. But if you do blow your budget this holiday season, maybe bankruptcy is your answer. Call me, Chip Parker, to discuss your bankruptcy options. Unsecured debt is the #1 reason people file for bankruptcy in the new year. Visit jackslawcenter.com.
As a debt relief agency, Parker & Dufresne can help people file bankruptcy.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields of Porsche Jacksonville. I'm here with Hurley Haywood,
Geno couldn't get Travis.
Okay.
This is Dr. John Von Thron of the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. JOI is proud to provide sports medicine services to the Jaguars, Sharks, Armada, JU, FSCJ, and many high schools in the North Florida area. With 34 of the most experienced, caring, and fellowship-trained specialists in orthopedics, it's no wonder why coaches, parents, and athletes choose JOI. 7 physician clinics and 10 physical therapy clinics to better serve our patient needs. Call us at JOI 2000. We are Jacksonville's Orthopedic Institute.
Smartphone, can you access my wife's smartphone and find out what she wants for Christmas?
Let me check that for you. Her recent searches include diamond earrings, diamond pendants, diamond bracelets. Is that enough of a hint?
Diamond jewelry, huh? Which store comes up in those searches?
You don't need a smartphone to know that answer. It's Global Diamonds, of course. No middleman prices. Highest quality jewelry. Unbeatable selection. Surely you've heard about them on the radio.
Well, yeah, but
Geez, pal, you want me to download the commercial for you too?
This Christmas, get her what you know she wants. Beautiful jewelry from Global Diamonds. We put together our best selection of home run Christmas gifts, earrings, pendants, pearls, bands, bracelets, and more. And get 3 years zero-interest financing. Yes, buy now and you can spread your payments out for 3 years without paying a dime in interest. All this, plus the amazing value prices Global Diamonds is known for. First-class customer service and free gift wrapping. Global Diamonds, Jacksonville's direct diamond importer and official jeweler of the Jacksonville Jaguars. At the markets at Town Center between West Marine and REI.
This is the Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Kind of get hung out to dry by my Florida brethren here.
I mean, people know the truth. I mean, here's the thing. I think this is what happens. My Facebook page is one of the realest Facebook pages in the world. You got to be able to hold your own. And it's a good sparring match. And I think he got wind that it might be a real life match in front of the people of Jacksonville. And this is going to be taking it off of Facebook and we bringing the real. And he backed down. It's okay. I still like it. I still respect him. I'm not going to call I'm not going to put his name out, but the guy that we got
hold on,
here,
before we bring him on, let me just tell you. I'm not going to tell him this. Let me tell you. I like Geno.
Okay.
Just not this week.
Well, I mean, it's okay. It's better to just, when you can't beat them, join them. It's okay.
I ain't joining. No.
Christmas
Geno, what you got going on, my
we
man?
Can get Walker a Geno signed jersey that
man,
he
my
wear.
son ain't sporting no Geno Hayes jersey. I like you, Geno, but I got to draw the line somewhere, brother.
Listen, you're going to have a signed jersey sooner or later. You know that, right?
Hey, I tell you what. If y'all beat us as badly as what your cohort here is saying, then I'll rock a Geno Hayes jersey at our next live broadcast.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll do that all day long.
I have not put a score out there.
Oh, you're making it sound like hey, James making it sound like Florida don't have a chance. Geno, I know that Florida State, I know that y'all had to go to class at some point. I know you're smarter than that. Will you please tell this man that Florida has a chance?
Everybody has a chance.
No, do not.
How do you figure?
Come on, man. Listen, man. I'm a no, baby. You think I'm really going to give the Gator any kind of chance?
So you're going to go homer on me?
Hey, I'm a no till the day I die, baby.
That's a yes. No, Geno, for real, though. For real. Let's talk about this. Let's break this down for just a second.
Let's talk. Yeah, let's talk.
You're a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Okay. As a linebacker, if you're going up against a team whose offensive line is terrible and you know that your defensive line is going to dominate that game, are you not excited to play that game?
I'm still excited regardless. It's a game, man. You never know in the game, man. It's any given Saturday.
So you're going to tell me that Florida State's offensive line, you're confident that they can handle the Florida D-line?
I am very confident they can handle the D-line.
Oh, no, see, man. James, you take over, man. I can't get anywhere
very
here.
Confident.
I'm just looking at
and
some
also,
numbers.
Look, also I want to know, like, who is going to be our receiver y'all think going to do something? I just want to know who's that guy.
Oh, we got the best receiver on the field.
Yeah, but you got to be able to give him the ball.
Yeah, but he just asked.
I just want to know who. I just want to know who is going to be that guy.
Wait, you just want a name?
Yeah, if you're going to name him, please.
Callaway.
Callaway's
the best receiver on the field this Saturday.
Give him his pub. Give him his pub, okay? I love it. Give him his pub. I love it.
Is Callaway not the best receiver on the field this Saturday?
No doubt. He's number one all day. No doubt. He's number one.
Okay.
So Ward better get his. Hey, Ward gonna have to pick it up because I don't know. You know,
I tell you this
come
much.
on with something. You
Geno, you know a lot about football, and I just want to I'm gonna read this stat line to you, and I want you to tell me what would you if this happens, if a quarterback goes 7 for 17 for 144 yards and 1 touchdown, do you think that team has got a chance to win against Florida State's defense?
Look, do you hear the laugh from me right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just looking at the numbers. I'm just looking. I know it doesn't always work. Like Tony Khan looks at the analytics and looks at the numbers, but I can only go by what I know. And I see 7 for 17, 144 yards, and a touchdown, and I don't see anything that scares me.
But that's a Gator mentality, man. You got to give it to them. They fight behind them boys, man. I love it. That's called confidence, man. It's beautiful. It's confidence.
You know what?
If you believe that those stats get you by, I mean, go ahead, have fun.
Well, I mean, here, I'll give you an example. James, you want to throw stats out?
Cool.
You want to throw stats out? Okay. Let me go ahead and manipulate stats for you. What if I said there's a quarterback who's played 10 games this season? Mm-hmm. He's completed 60% of his passes. He's passed for 270 yards a game with 18 touchdowns. He's averaging 262 a game. You'd say he's pretty good, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
I just named Blake Bortles. Okay, so stats don't mean jack crap.
That's the NFL.
Stats don't mean anything. I just gave you the stat line of the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Okay, my bad. Great stuff. You know what?
That's the rule.
I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that, Denny. That was very good. I like what you just said. What about the next best thing? If you have a running back, that's only got 6 touchdowns, the longest play he's had is 33 yards. And he's probably, I'm not going to do the, we did 10 games. Yeah, 10 games. He's averaging 72 yards a game. Okay, so if you got a quarterback that threw for 144 yards and a running back that ran for 72.
That was part of a 4-man rotation.
Okay, fine. Okay, if they ran for 100, I'll give them 100 yards. So they ran for 144. If they throw for 144 and they run for 100, is that good enough to win a game?
This Saturday it will be.
No, definitely not. No.
Okay, now against the quarterback that, on average, is just shy. It's probably about 275 a game passing.
You talking about the human crash test dummy y'all got?
Hey, you call it what you want, but the boy's standing in there and throwing it. He's standing in there and throwing it.
Geno, you ever seen a cat take hits like him?
Hey, he gets up though, don't he?
Our quarterback. Wait a minute, I just realized this. Our crash test dummy has a longer touchdown run than their starting running back.
Take that.
That's not, and we don't run a run pass option. We try to run a process. So I mean, I can only look at what's here.
Listen, you can hear a pin drop in the room when you said that.
What is Wait a minute. Time out. Wait a minute. Hold up, Geno. I'm going to stop. Stop. We got to stop giving. Callaway is not the best receiver on the field. Callaway has 545 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season. One with 78 yards, which is really good.
Listen, that's why I said go ahead and give him his props. Y'all got him. Go ahead.
Travis Rudolph has 744.
How many receptions?
49.
How many more pass attempts have y'all had this season than Florida?
That just means that means at one of the most critical positions, we have a better quarterback.
That means y'all's defense is so bad that you got to throw the ball the whole stinking game. Because you got to come back.
Or just our offense is just pretty okay.
Geno, this defense that's at Florida State right now, how does it compare to the defenses you played on there?
Now, you know what? No, that's a tough question.
That's a good question.
Because we have more of a different scheme wise. So I mean, it's a little different. I would say when compared to past defenses, I would give them in the top 20.
Okay, by different scheme wise, let me translate. As Geno played on good defenses, this defense sucks. If that's what scheme wise means.
No.
You can't say a team that leads the nation in sacks sucks. I will say this: those defenses that Geno played on back in the day had a little more chutzpah. They were a little more grind, a little bit more grit.
It was more to the point. We manned up, we zoned up like we needed to when we needed to, blitz when we needed to. But it's more now they're just showing more. They got more of the complex into it, all that stuff. But I would give them they actually did defense, man. They got to make this fine tune adjustments. They'll be good to go. And they got don't get me wrong now. We do have some players on the squad that do not make plays when they need to make their plays, but they will make their plays. They're growing. That's all it takes. They're growing.
Are you going?
But I do know this. The Gators, I would never ever like Gators unless it's fried and deep fried. So other than that, I will give the Gators one prop. I give y'all one prop. Okay. That last game, that was a good game.
That's the prop.
Our fullback has half as many receiving touchdowns as your number one wide receiver.
Good.
I'm just putting that out there.
Good. You know what?
And our fullback, congratulations! Shout out to Freddie Stevenson for getting the invitation to the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
Shout out to the fullback.
Great.
One time.
Great job, Freddie. You're part of a team that at the beginning of the year everybody said was going to make the Final Four, and now this is your last game.
You're right. This is your last game. We have underachieved.
Gino, let me ask you this: Are you going? Are you going to the game?
Look, I was supposed to go to the game, but I guess we're gonna do a watch party at the house. So, I wish I would.
Come on up to Jayville.
I hope you would. Are you going?
No, I'm not.
You wouldn't take me. I was gonna try to get him on the sideline and all that stuff, man.
Why do I want to go to Tallahassee?
I was gonna give him some gear. He was gonna look sharp, man. I was gonna have the whole family decked out.
Look, though, you should go. I got a spare Geno Hayes jersey laying around. And that way, when y'all lose, James can just properly hand you that jersey.
All right. Here we go. Let's just go ahead with wagers right now.
Okay, let's get them out of the way.
All right. Y'all want to use the spread? Or you want to go straight up? It's Florida State. Let's go straight up. Let's go straight up. Straight up. All right. Here's the deal. Y'all, Florida State beats Florida. Live remote, I don't care where it's at. I go half the time in a Geno Hayes jersey, half the time in a James Coleman jersey.
Authentic? I will go get it. Authentic? I will the real one, the jersey dress?
Yeah. Not if y'all had not if y'all were like old school and had it all tapered up, like showing your gut. No, I ain't doing that crap now.
No, it's not. It's really big up at the
That's fine.
At the top.
That's fine.
It goes really. It gets a little snug around the waist.
That's fine. I'll rock both of them.
Mine is more slim and trim. You don't have to worry about mine. Mine's good to go.
All right. I'll rock both of them. If Florida wins, here's what I want. I want you two jokers in Florida gear that I pick out. It'll be reasonable. I ain't gonna go Miami on you. All right. It'll be reasonable. It'll fit, all that kind of stuff. I want you two jokers taking a picture, and it's your profile pic for a day.
For a day?
Yep.
Oh,
that's tough.
We got a deal?
I'm in. Fine, I'll do that.
I'm in.
For the culture. I'm not gonna have to worry about it, but I got you.
I'm in.
All right. Gino, give me a score, bro.
Look.
Yeah.
Look, here we go. Here's the thing, though. If we do that means that we might have to have a jersey, some Nike FSU shoes, a Nike FSU hat, FSU watch.
I'll wear it if you got it. I'll wear it. I ain't buying the crap.
Can I? I got some game pants.
Trust me, we got it.
I ain't wearing no game pants.
I got some game pants in the garage too, bro.
I ain't wearing those. No, I ain't wearing those. No. The rest of it, I'm cool with. That one I ain't. No, that one I'm not doing. Gino, give me a prediction. Seriously, give me a prediction. Tell me a score. Tell me how it's gonna go.
Oh man, it's gonna be. At the end of the year, man, these rival games, man, it's always something that just comes out of the blue. And with y'all having a hot hand right now, I know you're going to come in fired up, rival week. I would say the score, I say 30. FSU all the way 31. I don't know, man. God crap.
If FSU's going 30, y'all gonna blow us out.
I don't know what to say, huh?
If FSU scores 30, y'all gonna blow us out.
That's what I'm thinking right now. Y'all probably get 21. So I'd be
dang. Oh dang.
What's something better than I was gonna go? I'm gonna go 28-10.
Man, you're on crack.
I'm on crack.
I'm going 30-21, man.
Well, I'm on crack. What about
18 points?
We beat you by 25 points. Actually, technically, we beat you by 29 points last year. We gave you.
We're gonna start bringing up old stuff.
No, but what I'm saying is, you're telling me the base. I'm giving you something. I know we're going to beat the spread.
Look, we've got to beat the spread. The spread is already at plus 23 for us. Come on, man. Come on.
Oh, jeez. All right, I'm going Florida. I'm gonna go.
I'm being nice by saying 30.
Huh?
I'm being nice by saying 30.
Oh, come on. I'm gonna go Florida 20, FSU 17.
No. You think it's so? You're going with the close game thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't need it to be a blowout.
No, I don't need it to be a blowout either. I just think it's gonna be. Actually, this is what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking it's just like 18 points. I think it's it's gonna be a touchdown. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's gonna seal it. It'd have been an 11-point game until then, or a 10-point game until then.
I ain't look, man. I'm not even going for that, man. They're not going for that last minute touchdown. No.
All I know is if you're hoping that you're gonna go in I formation, line up, and just run Jordan Scarlett at us, God bless.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
God bless.
Look, I'm telling you, predicted score right now is at 30 points. I'm gonna stay with FSU with 30.
Y'all get 30, you blow us out. Y'all get 30, you win by at least 10. I firmly believe that. You get 30 because we're not a play from behind team. Hey, one last question for both of you. Actually, Florida State already a huge game. Huge game. 8:00 at night. As a player, do you like that rivalry game that late?
Can I cuss on radio?
I don't know.
I just No, I love it, man. That makes it builds up the excitement, man. It builds up the excitement. Like you think about it, you've been thinking about it all week. You know it's a rival game. Come on, that builds up the excitement even more. So by the time you get the field, it's time to go. Let's get it.
All the ones I played were at 3:30, but I played all but one Miami game prime time. So it just really just makes you want to go out and just destroy somebody even more. So you just get more time to build up.
Stadiums are louder at night.
Yeah, more people get a chance to come, and it's more, like I said, a crowd at 8:00 is a little bit more raucous.
Yeah.
Yeah. On top of that, and on top of the anxiety that's been building up all day inside of you, I think it's better to play at night. Those games are the best games, and it always makes the best class too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Geno, bro, I appreciate it. Hey, we got to do this more often, my man. We got to do it seriously. Geno's got to become a sports dinner here.
We gonna figure
that
out.
Hey, whenever you need me, call me.
All right, my man. Well, have good Florida State. I hope you take a beating now.
All right, man.
All right. That was fun, man.
Yeah,
that was fun.
What I hope is that they don't do like the pregame to LSU because you guys they can't fight. Have you ever seen a scuffle where not one punch gets landed?
Yeah, a lot of them.
That's not good.
A lot of them. Like every Florida State Miami scuffle there ever was before a game.
No,
I was just a bunch of finger pointing.
No. There's been some blows thrown in those before. I'm seeing them.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna get to our Willie Smith segment, which is gonna be a lot of text line stuff because you guys have been blowing it up on the other side. We'll be right back. We're running a little bit behind. Sorry about that, Scott, but I couldn't let that ride. I just couldn't let it go. So we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. No live. I'll hit Willie Smith, and then they're live.
You said what?
No live. One of my Facebook friends is a preacher.
What'd you say?
One of my Facebook friends, his wife just put out there he's a preacher. And
he's starting like a wedding and funeral official. He's going into psychology from preaching. So she's like, we're looking for business names. So I just replied, married and buried. She's like, terrible, you're fired. That's funny. Oh, see, that's just wrong.
What?
That actually is no. That's straight to hell stuff right there.
That's awesome. I used to say that even though I couldn't. And with the first 2 years, but then when I realized we couldn't beat them, I stopped.
Florida State's really bringing people out.
Oh, yeah. Two different rivalries.
If you're O positive, please consider donating with the Blood Alliance and save up to 3 lives.
Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented, mostly by making changes in
Good grief, how many times are we going to hear this?
What?
Huh?
cancer. Oh, I thought you said something. For emergency poisoning advice, call 800-222-1222. If you're involved in a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, find out how at 1010xl.com.
The Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Man, our good friend David Levin just put something up on Facebook that I cannot condone, and in fact, I am completely and utterly against. And that was a picture of Tim Tebow in a Florida State jersey.
Sometimes I think he had FSU PJs.
Sometimes I think you're a nut. I mean, we're gonna go down that road. Tim Tebow did not have FSU PJs.
He looks like a pajamas, long johns type wearing guy, like with the footies.
You think so?
Yeah, he's definitely not just a boxer brief guy. Just something about him just strikes me off as a guy.
You think so?
Yeah.
Let me
flannel.
Hey, here's the thing now. A guy that knows all about rivalries, because Penn State's got a bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
A guy who knows all about it. Also knows all about mortgages, and I said it last night. I'll say it again. First of the year's coming. It's time to get that money straight. It's time to start saving for a house. It's time to get a house. Kind of like James going through right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to make that plunge. It's time to get into the market. Willie Smith is your guy.
Exactly. Willie Smith with Hamilton Group Fund. And write this number down. It's 429-3587. He is the guy. He can get you with your little blemishes or different things on your credit. He can come up with a game plan to make sure that you get that right and that you're able to get the home of your dream, especially if you're in the military. He is the man and the king when it comes to knowing the ins and outs of the VA.
Yeah, one phone call is all you need to make if you're looking now or looking for in the future. Give our boy Willie Smith a phone call.
Now, did you know that Willie hit me up and was like, Ahmad is looking good, but that was the head coach of Detroit was one of his coaches at Penn State.
Caldwell?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I'd be much more excited if it was Cooter.
Well, yeah, if it was Jim Bob Cooter, everybody gets excited about Cooter.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Let's get John real quick, and then we'll hit on this Duval Ford text line. John, how you doing, bud?
Doing good, guys. With the Florida State game, I think it'll come down to with two pretty even teams. You're talking about special teams, and I think Florida has a slight advantage with Pinheiro this year. He's been kicking really well, keeping them in games, and I think it could come down to like a Caldwell return or a Pinheiro kick, or if on the FSU side, Aguayo's doing well as well. So I think it could come down to that special teams.
If it comes down to special teams, if it's that close, Florida wins, James.
If it comes to a kick, yeah, I'm not. This Aguayo ain't got the. I don't know.
When was the last time Florida had a kicker advantage over Florida State?
It's been a minute.
John, that's a good point, brother. I appreciate the call, my man.
No problem, guys. Have a good night.
Yeah, it has been a while. It has been a while. So
I mean, he's 80% from field goal range.
Who is
your kicker?
Ours, yeah.
And he's
scared to kick some bikes too.
Yeah, he's 100% when it comes to extra points made, and so is Aguayo. See what Aguayo's 76.2%. Yeah, I'd say that actually your guy's made a 50+ though.
He's made a couple, I think.
Yeah, he's made 3 50+. So I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You definitely have that edge.
Let me hit the text line a little bit. 576 said multiple times, FSU's disappointing year looks better than the last 5 at UF seasons. Okay. All right. Let's see. You're right. I mean, Florida has not had good seasons at all. 735 says, you guys go out back and settle this. Hell no. You seen how big this joker is?
That's funny.
You're crazy. You come out here and settle it with him. 576 then says, Dear Mr. Trump, Charles Kelly is an illegal alien. Please deport promptly.
Please, other side of the wall for you, sir. Like, put Kelly all the way over there. Like, matter of fact, make him build it. Charge him.
Oh, that's funny. Game's going to be brutal for quarterbacks. 2 awesome D lines, no offensive line to be found. What's the over-under line on sacks? If it's 10, I'll take the over. I just don't think Florida's going to try to throw it that much.
Yeah, I mean.
Cabby says 16-10.
Oh, God.
FSU.
I mean, that's such a boring game.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, they're right. FSU gets their shot at Bama first game next year.
Yeah.
Then we get in. That's right. Nick Washington was the kid from Trinity was there when Georgia Southern won.
Yeah.
382. Let us know that. Then we get to some Jag. Tech 716. Hire Coughlin immediately as coach. Let him get to know the players, evaluate, kick some butt, then promote him to GM at the end of the year and hire a new coach.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot of moving parts.
Why wouldn't you just bring him on as a consultant, hire him as a GM, so he can get to know all the players, hire him as a GM at the end of the year?
Yeah.
You get the same exact thing except for you don't.
576 says 7 NFL players on U.S. defense, assuming they make bail before draft. Why we got to go there?
Yeah,
They're just good kids trying to do the right thing, James.
If you're good enough, they'll bail you out. C. Hernandez. Free my boy Hernandez. Hashtag Gator Love.
349 says Florida ran that ball against LSU just like they did 2 years ago against Georgia when nobody gave them a shot there as well, down their throat.
Mm-hmm.
On a side note, James, you made me laugh out loud when you said Jordan Scarlett was just disrespectful carrying those LSU defenders. It was actually B. Ryan.
Yeah, whatever. And just remind me, what was the outcome of FSU Florida that year?
Why are you bringing up old stuff?
I was just asking. Like you said, they're going to run down. I mean, I was just.
I played the fifth.
Dan Hancock had the best analysis, and you can't like this. We got to get him involved.
Dan Hancock is going to be a sports dinner soon.
Like this is you really can't. This is where it comes down to. UF's 2 losses have come when opponents score 20 or more points. My prediction is my strategy would be to limit FSU scoring and put up more points than the Noles.
Brilliant.
You cannot get better than that.
Brilliant.
That is the best possible way. Limit what the other team scores, and you score more points, and that's the key to victory.
That's great analysis.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
But I'm not gonna lie though. Like, all seriousnness though, have you ever listened to like some of the best coaches? Like, outside of maybe Saban and some of the guys that break it down, but like just think about like that era, John Madden. Coach Bowden used to have me every week cracking up. We would actually write it down, and then after his speech, it would be some of us would sit around and be like, "Can you believe he said that?" They'd be like, "Listen now, wide receivers, the goal is when the quarterback throws you the ball, you got to look it in, you got to catch it. Now, Chris, what I want you to do is I want you to throw that ball deep. Now, don't you throw it to that other team. That's an interception, son. Running backs, you got to run. Offensive line, you got to block.
Sometimes,
if you don't block,
sometimes
it doesn't work.
Simple as best.
I used to be in that thing. Like, I'm sitting in my freshman year when I first made the travel squad. I'm sitting here thinking, like, oh, man, this is going to be good. I'm finna learn something. I'm like, for real? That's what he said?
That's what made him so great, though, man. There's some guys that can pull that off, and other guys you just go, huh? He's one of them.
That's how in the school. When we came back in 2003, I missed the block. Who was the? I always forget his name. They called him like the Chicken Hawk or something like that. He had a really good linebacker. And I missed the block, whatever. And I come over. Billy Sexton's cussing me out, and I come over and I sit down, and I have my hands in my hand. And Coach Bada comes over, puts his hand on my shoulder. He said, "Listen, Coley, what I want you to do, son, is I want you to run full speed, and I want you to go hit one of those guys with one of those jerseys on, the other color jerseys on." And then he walked off, and I'm like, man, I swear to God, I would throw you in these stands. Like, at that point, I didn't want to hear that, but he was coming to help.
It down for
he was
you,
coming
man.
to help. He was just like, listen, maybe this is too complex for you, Coleman, but just hit one of those guys with the other jersey, you're going to be okay.
Hey, he didn't recruit you to be a scholar.
Exactly, man.
328 says, I can tell you one thing for sure. Jalen Ramsey is going to be the heart of this team in the future. He really goes out there, plays his heart out, and wants to win every week. Yes.
He'll be one of the guys that can definitely give us energy and start a spark, but I think he's too emotional.
We were talking about Shad Khan earlier, and 838 sent this text in. He says, what exactly should he be doing right now? Buying some players? Doing nothing? You can't fix the team during the season. Listen, this has been a 4-year problem. All right, what he should be doing right now is setting the tone as an owner.
That's what you can't fix the team, but you can you can correct attitude.
That's right.
And the way you correct attitudes is you either scare or you encourage, and sometimes you can do both. You encourage the behavior that you want to see. That's how you re-sign players that fit the culture. You incentivize them, and you scare. That means you fire the people fire the people who don't fit what you're doing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. We're not going to hire a coach and then rattle off 6 and go to the playoffs. I get that. All right, 813 Need a Water Park. Back to that. Let's see, a couple of these that I saw earlier. I want a slow motion ocean in the Ville.
Can we get a lazy river?
Listen, bump it. Shut it all down. Just shut it all down. No more pools. Nothing till we win 2 home games in a row.
Not even a lazy river. A lazy river. Imagine like around the whole outside of the stadium, you can just sit. At least you're lounging.
We didn't earn this. Okay, we didn't earn a pool. We didn't earn anything. You know what? Take them over to Wolfson High School.
Jeez.
Let's play our games there till we win 2 in a row. Bump all this stuff.
Why don't we just go to Stanton? Their field's worse.
Whatever. Whatever. 860 says, Denny, just to be glad you caught Presbyterian on a down year. Best show on the air, bar none. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too.
Technically, you did beat them, even though you guys didn't play. I guess, does that count as a double victory?
I don't know.
Did you beat LSU on the week you're supposed to?
I don't know. That's right, 858. This rivalry is freaking strong. Yep. He says, this is my first year listening to UF versus FSU talk. Y'all must have gotten enough Jacks talk out the way last night. Yes, we did.
Seriously, like there's nothing else. I would rather talk NCAA basketball right now.
Yeah, I know.
North Carolina. I'd rather NC State Dave call up here and talk to us about North Carolina State basketball recruiting.
Let's get Andrew on. Andrew, what you got going on, man?
Hey, not much, man. There's more people at a Wolfson home game that are available in the last 10 minutes of a Jaguar game. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Just go. We don't deserve nice things.
And one more thing. I disagree with you on Jalen. I love the emotion because he actually gives a rip, and he's going to be a great player.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he's the base that we're building upon. I got to admit it, but hey, I love you guys. You got the best show. If everybody brought it like 10-10 does every day, and the Jaguars did, we'd be undefeated and going to the Super Bowl and winning that bad boy.
This is Andrew, the same Andrew that said they're going to rattle off 7 in a row a couple weeks ago.
But he did after a while.
After he said I was wrong.
He shut it down.
Yeah, he said it was wrong.
They can technically still do that. They'll just be in a couple seasons.
A lot of FSU wins by 2 scores. A lot of that kind of stuff going on. 716 is, what's Florida done in the 10 years since Urban won them a title? Since Ohio State has 9 double-digit win seasons, 5 Big Ten titles, Rose Bowl win 2. I don't care what Ohio State has.
Urban went a path that was a little bit. I mean, let's not give Urban too much. Tressel had that thing going, and Urban went over there, took it, implemented his system, and had a little bit that had the path of least resistance. He did not have to go against Bama consistently, and his heart got stronger. Now that Michigan's doing stuff, I would not be surprised with all of this stuff that's going on, this coaching carousel that is about to happen between Texas opening up and LSU opening up.
Notre Dame next year.
You know what? I think Kelly gets out of Notre Dame. See, that's the name that nobody's throwing around.
Why? Who wants Kelly?
He's outside of this year, he's had a terrible year. He's had pretty decent years in Notre Dame. Nobody's won in Notre Dame except for their first or second year, and then they get average. But you mean to tell me LSU wouldn't like a guy like him if they couldn't get Jimbo?
I don't know.
Jimbo, because here's the thing, everybody keeps talking about this Jimbo to LSU thing. Like, Texas ain't gonna go after Jimbo. That's who I'm afraid of more than LSU.
I mean, listen, if they miss on Jimbo and they miss on Herman, I don't know what they do from there. I have no idea. I wouldn't be. It may sound crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if they just stay with who they've got.
Or draw?
Yep. I wouldn't be surprised at all. If they miss on those two, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Hey, listen, but bottom line is this. If you don't really know what you're doing financially, if you don't really know what you're doing house-wise, if you and the wife have been talking forever about buying a house, you just don't know how to do it, then we got your answer for you. And if you've got any military, if you've got any VA availability, we got the answer. Not a answer, but the answer for you, and that's Willie Smith Home Loans, Hamilton Group Funding. He will take care of you. He'll take care of you just like he's taking care of James, just like he's taking care of several of our listeners. We get nothing but great reviews on Willie Smith, James.
Yep, that's 429-3587. 429-3587.
We'll come back into the Wicked Barley Studios right after this. In the meantime, start thinking about what you're going to buy at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits for this long weekend that you've got for the Florida State rivalry. Never too early to start thinking. That way you just walk in, grab you something extra, and leave, James.
Or just
have it
call
delivered.
Shipped and Drizzly and have it delivered.
There you go. That easy. We'll be right back.
I got you. Yeah, I'm doing a lot. Listen, it's the end of the year, and a lot of builders are having special deals. You want to make sure that you're qualified. You need to hit up Willie Smith with Hamilton Group Funding, WillieSmithHomeLoans.com, 429-3587. He can help you come up with a game plan so that you can know exactly how much house you can get for the best price. He can get you that best loan, walk you through all the ins and outs, especially if you have that VA loan. He's been doing it for 15 years. That's Willie Smith, 429-3587, NMLS 834932.
You see that Dom tweeted me? Who? Dom gave me a suggestion for when I lose my bet.
He would know. They're the kings of those suits, man.
Expanded hours, including Sundays, now through Christmas at the Markets and Town Center between West Marine and REI. Global Diamonds, Jacksonville's direct diamond importer on approved credit.
This is your Mad Dad's update. Chapter President Donald Ford. Murder and violence is trying to take over our city and community. Mad Dad refuses to accept this as a way of life. We're going to fight for our communities and loved ones. We have had 6 murders and any number of shootings in the last week. We have got to break the code of silence and remove these individuals from our community.
tell you, the joy I felt getting the chance to give back to our nation's heroes is something that's stuck with me ever since. If you're currently serving or have served, I just want to say thank you. Without your sacrifice, I wouldn't get to enjoy the freedoms that we do every day.
Jimerson and
What's happening in Chattanooga now?
commercial law firm striving to exceed client expectations.
People on social media saying prayers for Chattanooga. Isn't that the one that just had the shooting?
About what they can do for you at jimersoncobb.com.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
It's been fun, man.
My bad.
Yeah, man.
Sorry about that. I know you don't usually go out with Jay-Z.
That's all right.
Oh, that's cool.
It's all right. Happy Thanksgiving, Scott.
Thank you.
That's all right. Ending. Oh, no, that's the beginning of this month.
Yeah.
So picture me rolling is good. I like pop.
Duval Ford text line, I didn't hit this one. 716 says, Shad bought his son a job, and son likes Gus and company because they listen to him. A real football guy won't listen to Tony Khan. Is Tony Khan that involved?
Yes, everything I'm hearing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Nope.
576 said, FSU better win. I've been talking so much crap for this game. My breath stinks. Oh, man. It's fun. It's fun. I like the Florida State rivalry. It's my favorite one by far of all the Florida rivalries. And Florida's one of those teams, man, that just seems to have a ton of them.
Yep.
I mean, Georgia, Tennessee, now LSU, Miami when they play. It kind of makes the season fun, though.
No, rivalries always, yeah. I mean, what is it to look for, especially if neither one of you guys are going to the national championship? It is what you look forward to.
Mm-hmm. No
it's
question.
bragging rights.
No question. I mean, we got a state championship on the line.
No, we have a state championship on the line until you guys start playing Miami.
No, we beat you guys. You guys beat Miami. We win the state championship. That's simple.
Jeez.
It's that simple.
You guys.
What do you mean?
Bless your hearts.
What do you mean?
I just wish you
How
guys
is that
would
not true?
Stop cowering.
Oh, stop it.
They're not that bad. They're not that mean.
You've got to be kidding
They
me.
won't beat you guys up.
You sound like LSU.
Just go play.
You sound like an LSU reporter right now.
Just go play Miami. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You never know. You got to look that bully in the eye.
Because just like LSU, Miami's been so fearful lately.
No, you have a very valid point. But what I'm saying is sometimes you just got to look that bully in the eye and tell him, mister, I'm not afraid of you. Sometimes it works for you.
Michelle Obama told you to stop bullying.
Yeah, whatchamacallit's wife? Trump's wife said bullying is bad. We need to stop this. But it's I think I can't wait for that day. I think it's about to start happening though, right?
Yeah,
Florida, Miami.
Yeah, it is. Florida, for all the crap you're giving them, I mean, Florida's opened up in Michigan next year.
That's good. Yeah. It's going to be interesting right there.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Stay tuned to our social media. 88 Blessings, 88blessings.com, $150. Go make it happen. Stay tuned for what our plans are Saturday night if we have any. We'll let you guys know as well. Podcast, Straight Talk No Chaser. You can go on iTunes, just search that. I'm Denny Thompson. That's James Coleman. Thank you, Scott, for keeping it all together today. You've been listening to the Sports Den from Wicked Barley Studios, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. You guys have a great, great, great Thanksgiving. Thanks for listening.